Good morning, guys. My name is Vinny, and welcome to Road Blast Media. As you can probably notice, my exhaust is a little bit quieter than usual, and that is because, and I'm not sure if it's going to be okay. It might be okay to ride to work, hopefully, but I blew my baffle out last night, and it was sticking out a good like 20 centimeters. That's all like the honeycomb stuff and all that, and yeah, I blew it out, and then as I pushed it back in, it must have bunched up a bit of that baffling fabric, as they call it, and yeah, it's made the exhaust almost sound stock standard. Which is kind of funny, but yeah, I'm gonna get that sorted ASAP. It was my own fault, not listening to the I guess instructions of the Tech 2-in-1. So if you do own one of these and you like running it without the baffle, because they recommend always keep the baffle in so your internal baffles don't fly out, but I think one way that would have actually avoided that happening to me was if I had have used the baffle clip and just kept it inside the exhaust, which would have held everything in place a little better. And I feel a little silly for not thinking of that, but I thought the clip and then the decibel killer baffle went hand in hand, which I don't actually believe they do, and you can just chuck the clip in, which will kind of hold everything in place. So yeah, I accelerated pretty hard, and yeah, it flew out almost. It was quite a funny sound. This is gonna be a while, guys. The light has not turned green, and I don't know if you can see that, but a train is going by. Just my luck. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading to work this morning. So if you are interested to see where I work, skip to near the end of this video if you're not too keen on the interesting ride this morning. Alrighty, guys, we are moving. The traffic was a bit backed up because of a train. Makes sense, and you'll see it gets even worse back on this end. These people on this side get a real bad run of it, eh? But my side is still rather rough in the morning. But yeah, no, so even though it's a small city and we've only got a population of around 200,000, the traffic still kind of gets out of control. A bit much for what it's meant to be, I think. But yeah, no, so this is like the State Highway 29. This is the road that I have to take to my work. It's a good road, you know, long passing lane all the way along, so you can pass all the slow vehicles. Although the problem is a lot of New Zealand drivers don't actually know how to pass, and they will sit right next to another car just at the speed limit and just not move, which then, if you get angry enough, will cause the driver to do some bad things. But yeah, so I'm just heading off to work. This is my daily commute. You'll get, like, I'm a furniture finisher. If you don't know what that is, I spray paint kitchens, and yeah, I restore antique furniture and things like that. I do that for a living. That's why I can't be out making videos every day. I wish I could, but unfortunately I've still gotta work. Wow, the exhaust being that blocked up has caused quite a power loss, so I've got to be careful about this. Usually my thing rips all the way up to, like, you know, 160 or whatever, but this is struggling, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it won't do too much damage just trying to get to work. I thought it might be okay just because it's exhaust and I can still feel pressure coming out of the exhaust, so, you know, it should be fine, hopefully. I'm a bit of a, you know, trial and error type person, I guess you could say. I'm still new to all of this stuff and still learning, so, you know, maybe I've made a mistake. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so that traffic kind of gets a little rough around that end. then it stays relatively clear between that road and this next row of traffic lights. And yeah, so you'll get to see that soon. But how you guys been anyway? It's been a little while since I've uploaded a video. I'm very sorry about that, but it just, yeah, it's been a bit tough lately. We've you know, been doing a lot after the move with the new house and everything like that. There's been a lot of things to sort out, and I haven't really had the time to make a video, so that's why I was like, I'll chuck the camera on for my morning commute so you guys can see where I work and how I get to work. But yeah, how have you been? It's always good to hear from the subscribers, the commenters. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. And like this video as well, it always helps with the old YouTube algorithm thing. And maybe we can get Road Blast Media to 2,000, who knows, hopefully soon anyway. I think we're at 1,700 and something. But yeah, it's very cool. It's been quite overwhelming, all of the support coming through for the channel. It's really cool, and I'm super stoked to meet a lot of you, like through the comments, and have a chat to you. I make a great effort to reply to pretty much every comment, so you know, if don't be afraid to leave a comment, because I'll most likely reply to you, even if it's like 5 or 6 days after I've uploaded this video. I'll still reply. I get the notifications. I'm not too big for all of you yet, you know. Alright. Okie dokie. So this is where the traffic gets a little bit more rough, is at this point. It's called the Windermere. Well, this is the Welcome Bay sort of lights and roundabout, and then there's the Windermere ones, which are a little further ahead, and they just tend to slow things right down. I don't know what it is about this road, but it slows people down. It's a bit more comfortable to lane split up here, so it should be good as. So yeah, it is quite unusual going from how loud my bike was to this. It's a bit of a funny thing. I want to get this rectified ASAP. So yeah, what I think happened is the baffle wrap stuff got a bit bunched up in there, and it's caused quite a decibel killer. And this is basically as quiet as these bikes get, you know, like this is basically factory standard noise. I'm sure it sounds very similar. You can just hear the whine of the engine. You can't really hear the rumble of the parallel twin as such. So yeah, this is the lane splitting that I always like to do, because this one just takes forever to get through. Just slip in the middle here. They always seem to leave a nice gap for us motorcyclists, and then you can just bowl through. That is why you'll never catch me in a car, right? Regardless if it's a rainy day or not. I completely sold my car and just gave up on that lifestyle, you know? Because yeah, it's not ideal having to wait in traffic all the time. Hopefully those police don't have a problem with it. I think it's legal here. I'm not too sure. Pretty sure it's legal. But you know, thanks mate. See, I like it when cars move over. But yeah, let me know how you have all been anyway. It's always interesting to hear from you and everything like that, you know. It makes for a good convo. I'm sorry this video doesn't have too much context, but I promise you, actually, where I work is quite interesting, you know. It is quite an interesting place. It's very cool. And yeah, I am a fully qualified spray painter. I've been doing it for about 7 years, almost 7 years I think, or just on 7 years, can't really remember. But yeah, I'm planning on doing possibly some sort of custom spray work jobs for motorbikes in the future. So if you're interested in that, just keep your eye out. It may not be anytime soon, but possibly in the future I'll be doing. I want to buy like just a a blank Royal Enfield tank, like a GT or an Interceptor one, and do a custom paint job, maybe some pearl or something like that, and do a custom logo on it of Road Blast Media, and have like a full custom tank, and maybe get a cowling and custom paint that as well. And I would really like to do something more with bikes in the future, whether it's customs and like proper customs, you know. So like, yeah, I'd really love to do that. So my job allows me to kind of do things like that a little bit easier than other people, because I've got access to a spray booth, lots of different types of paints, and also you know, spray guns and equipment and everything like that under the sun. It's a modifier's dream sort of job, although it is takes the fun out of it, spray painting every single day, you know. If you want to do your own custom job, it kind of just feels like work more than like artwork, if you know what I mean. But that's all right. Yeah, this is the sort of connection that goes up through from the main highway to the little town. There's also a more main road up the top. This back way is usually not as packed as this, I'm not gonna lie. You guys are seeing Tauranga traffic and it's full power. It's pretty funny. This would be nothing to other countries. This is probably like no traffic for other countries and stuff like that. I really understand, we're quite privileged here. Like, this is really about as bad as it gets. Sometimes it can get a little worse if there's a crash or whatnot, but yeah, if there's nothing like going on, like no crashes, this is it. This is a daily for me, you know. But there is a lot of bad drivers around, like this person last minute choosing the wrong lane. I mean, what are you up to? Of course I get stuck behind a bus, hey. On the video he's got this like great picture of a couple of bus drivers just on the back of a bus. You know what the funny thing about those buses is? If you ever live in Tauranga, I know this is different for other cities, but if you ever live in Tauranga and you look at a bus on any given day at any given time, maybe apart from school time, so like around the 8 o'clock in the morning period, but anywhere after that, the one thing you'll notice about the buses is they're empty. Every time, it doesn't matter where I look, they're always empty, and that's because Tauranga isn't exactly designed for buses. It doesn't work for people yet. I think it's like something like 50% of our rates that we pay, like, you know, taxes, sort of like taxes, I guess, for like living in the city and everything, go towards public transport and buses. How silly. But yeah, anyway, this is where I work. This is the glorified kingdom, of course. There's the old man. But yeah, so I'll give a little tour of the workshop. So we do sort of stuff like this and paint kitchens certain colors. This one's sort of like halfway between, you know, it's just getting sanded and everything like that. And these are our spray booths here. Got to turn on the fans, get out there all of the, you know, bad fumes out of the air and things like that. But yeah, we do lots of stuff like clear work, paint work, antique restoration, things like that. Like, these are just jobs that are on hold at the moment. You know, you've got like the big panels for the kitchens and stuff like that. Do quite an interesting blue kitchen at the moment, which is cool. And then this is like the back of our ute, and as you can see, we've custom painted that with the sparkle. I don't know if the camera's picking that up very well, but yeah, it's like all sparkly and nice. That's a bit old, that paint job though. That's probably going on a bit over 15 years. But yeah, I should be able to show you the booths here if the lights will turn on. They're on a timer, so it has to be running. There we go. So yeah, this is like a job we have in progress. Stain work with a bit of clear coat. That's just sealer, so that's why it's shiny. Usually it comes up matte. But yeah, like, so I do things like this. This is just like a halfway there coat to build up the coatings and stuff. It's not the finished product. That's why it looks a little bit rough. But yeah, this is my spray booth. And yeah, this is where I spend most of my days with a spray gun, painting things most of the time. I wish it was bikes and stuff, but it's kitchens. Whatever pays the bills and pays for the bikes, right? Okay guys, anyway, that was basically the video that had to entail. I hope you thought it was a bit interesting and stuff like that, and I hope you enjoyed the ride over, even though it was a bit more mundane. And there's the baffle sticking out of my exhaust. Okay, that needs to get addressed today. I'm so glad that didn't fly out. Alright guys, this is Vinny from Bro Blast Media. Jesus Christ, that's bad.